And now, the Bonfire with Big J. Oakerson and Dan Soder, live from the Moon Tower Comedy Festival in Austin, Texas.
Hello, everybody.
Looks like our name should be Big and Rich.
What's that? We look like a shitty Big and Rich cover band. Welcome to a live fucking Bonfire here in Austin, Texas.
Live.
You guys did it.
From Austin, Texas.
Austin, Tejas. We got all cowboyed up. We made the whole crew dress up like cowboys. Jacob in the back. Wave your hand, Jacob. Yeah.
That is not White Cat Williams. That is Jacob.
You know, I said this to Jay. Jacob looks like the guy in the Western that gets shot off the balcony. Where he's like, oh, and then into the fucking water where the horses drink.
Ooh.
We got Merkface Andy. Merkface Andy.
I want to call him Farm Handy today.
Yeah. In Texas, you're Farm Handy.
You're Farm Handy.
On out.
He's made for that. He got the strap under his chin that goes up so it doesn't fall off when he blows dudes.
He's like, hold on, let me put that's how you know he's getting into the blowjob. He puts his hat back on his string. He's like, here we go.
And Christine's dressed up like an Austin bar whore.
Yeah, so. Christine, the lovely Christine, everybody. She's dressed like she's got a kid at home and needs to give someone else hepatitis.
Just looking for someone to take care of these goddamn kids.
Goddamn kids, dude. We went hat shopping today, and I actually found a hat big enough for my big dumb head.
But you really do got to squeeze it on. It's great. We had the opposite problems of hats and shirts.
Yeah. Shirts, I'm like, they all fit.
Yeah. Hats, I'm like, if I breathe in this shirt, it cracks open, so I might as well leave it open.
The guy at the hat store, there's like sizes on some of the nicer hats, and I go, hey, do you guys have an 8? And he goes, no. And that was the worst I've ever felt about my head size.
Yeah, he really tried to get you into it. He had his feet on your ears, just really trying to pull it down.
What in tornations?
Yeah, breathe it, hold your breath.
I fucking keep sweating my dick off wearing this hot wool hat.
Yeah.
I also look like Woody from Toy Story. It's the worst part of this whole thing.
Someone said like Hank Williams Jr.
Oh, NY Music 86 on Instagram said Jay looks like Hank Williams Jr.
Everybody here getting ready for a fight because it's Chargers and the Dolphins on Monday night.
Because all my rowdy friends are coming over tonight. That sounded like a veiled threat at his wife.
So, put your bitch to bed and come on over tonight, because it's Bengals and the Browns on Monday night.
Just trying to get you hyped about a shitty NFL game.
It's the worst game.
If you talk, I'm going to hit you in the mouth because it's the Bengals and the Browns. Like, no one cares about that.
I accidentally shot 5 friends tonight because it's Dolphins and the Birds on Monday night.
We should just do a whole episode of us doing shitty Monday Night Football. Good God. Oh, by the way, we also bought everybody Western. I know there's no like visual medium for the people at home or in their cars, but we bought everybody Western shirts. Jacobs has little musical notes all over him. He's our little cowboy.
But by the way, what's great about Jacob is in his heaven right now. This is not if New York society would allow it, he'd dress like this all the time.
I feel like Jacob's got the personality of like an accountant from the mob that has to go into hiding, and that's what he dresses like.
That's his blue heaven?
He's like, yeah, exactly. He's like, I've never heard of the DeLucci family. I grew up in Kansas City.
Oh, I'd have to go wait in line at that Franklin's if I was ye.
Thank you guys so much for coming out, campers. We know you guys could do a couple other things, like, I don't know.
I know.
That's really about it.
They put enough chairs in here for a 15-woman comedian show later, so...
It's almost like they did it to make us feel like shit.
I know.
It's like, hey, guys, we put out all the chairs we have.
No. We're not expecting more people for Bamford.
By the way, they're like, we find out from someone else, they're like, there's not even a show later.
Yeah. Because, no, people love coming out in the middle of the day for radio.
Yeah. You know the thing that's most comfortably listened to while you're at home or driving to work? Yeah, people will come out for this one. Oh, my God.
We're having a fucking blast here.
Yeah, this is such... We went and ate some delicious food at Cisco's. I don't know if you guys know that place. That's very good.
Two
They
people
don't
like Mexican food here.
Yeah. I just walked the whole party of us in, and Jay was like, "Why are you acting like you work here?" And I was just like, "I don't know."
You did though. Like you really, when you walk into a Mexican restaurant, you just have flash. But you gave us all menus.
I did.
You ordered us up 5 water. You said, "Where can we get a 5 top? We're looking for waters." And,
Yeah.
30
I
seconds.
got a 5, could grow to a 6. I don't know. I don't mean to double sit you. What's your section? I just remember right back to waiter talk. Are you on a double? Are you working a double tonight?
Huevos rancheros. That's what we fucking. Well, is that what you got?
I got the migas.
Well, that's what I had. I never heard of that until
Yeah,
here.
right?
It's a weird thing for a crowd to get on board with. Yeah.
That's
Eggs and tortilla, bro. That's what I'm like. We're talking about pussy or something.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Some
Talking about
fine-ass rancheros
a
there.
nice good tortilla chips mixed in with some chorizo.
Chorizo.
Yeah, some good scrambled eggs. That's how you get everyone geeked up in Austin.
Hell yeah.
Start talking about that or queso.
Dude, do you see the shirt this guy's got?
TF and a cross. What does that say?
TF to deaf.
TF to death. Fuck
And
Brad.
fuck Brad.
Yeah.
That's a fantastic shirt.
Thanks.
And crackle crackle on the bottom. I
Yeah.
like the crowd applauds a lot like we're an Oprah audience.
Yeah, guys, check under your chairs. It's being underwhelming. It's an underwhelming radio show.
Look under your chairs. Waters for everyone. Waters.
Oh, God. I forgot how much I fucking sweat when I wear jeans in hot weather. You got your shorts on.
I mean, are they?
You're right. It's right on the edge.
Yeah, believe me, if I would be hot in these, I'll be hot in jeans.
But I feel like that's some good ventilation for your shins.
Well, I just like people to see my rocking calves. It's the best part of my whole body.
Oh, dude, you should let the campers here see those fucking badass calves.
dude.
Stand up. No,
Why
really
not?
give a clown. Come on,
You're right.
everybody. Show it. Show the muscular.
Oh, wait,
this
let
is
me-
some.
Let me do
Yeah.
my right one. My right calf's the killer.
That's Philadelphia beef, Texas.
That's USDA right there.
That's grade A approved.
You can wait in line for 6 hours and still not get that.
Dude,
You're
I'm
gonna pay a guy to do it.
I'm gonna be sweating like Fat Elvis in one of his suits in about an hour. These fucking lights are killing me.
The lights are hot.
I do
And
like the birds on my shirt though. These are pretty badass.
I got a leather cowboy hat. It called to me when I got there.
Yeah, it screamed out to you.
It really was like Excalibur. I picked it up and everyone's like, no one's picked up that hat in years.
Yeah. One man picked up that hat, but he melted. And you're like, well, does he
picked
have
up
a
the wrong
nose ring in? And they're like, he did it. Maybe that was the trick.
I do look like a really awesome studio musician. They just call him in. I have a name
You
like the
never heard
Horn.
about-
He's called the Horn.
You never heard about Fingers Oakerson? You put him on slap bass.
They call him Shuckles Oakerson. Why? What does he do? He's a background dancer.
There's a rumor his left leg is fake.
There's a rumor. My calves are my best part because they've been lugging around the rest of the mess of me for my whole life. So they've been getting a great workout.
That's why you got Mike Allstock calves.
Hell yeah, dude.
You got fucking-
blast through that goddamn line.
You got 3rd-and-1 calves.
My sunglasses are so good because I thought that guy was black right in the front. He's not at all.
Were
I'm
you
like
just
a
gonna
black guy couldn't wear shorts that short. No way.
Could be. I don't know. Maybe that's the new style.
Really? Well, then his dick must be wrapped around his butt crack because
It's wrapped under. It's an under wrap.
he does an under wrap.
Yeah.
You gotta go U-boat on this one.
Yeah. You got to listen to more new hip hop. Fetty Wap talks about that all the time. The under wrap.
Fucking canoeing his dick so he
Yeah.
can wear shorts.
I be canoeing my dick. I be canoeing.
I got canoe.
I got canoe dick. I put it up the stream.
Oh, look, Jacob's even got a country western laugh now. He's belly grabbing. Whoa!
Oh, this isn't farming season.
My biscuits are burning. My biscuits are burning.
Someone stole all my horses. Please get my horses back.
I want to see Jacob climb atop a mighty steed.
Whoa, girl. Whoa.
Jacob's feet are going to be 11 feet off the ground.
Oh, dude.
Whoa, girl. Whoa.
We have a bunch. Well, first off, you were saying you look like a studio musician, but last night you fucking killed it at Goddamn Comedy Jam. Was anybody there? Anybody see Jay?
I thought it was a bold choice to go Pantera.
I thought, Ari Shaffir one-legged mosh pitted the whole time.
Yeah, you.
I did
came in and out.
flybys.
You did flybys on the mosh pit, but you are sweating. It is. These lights are ridiculously hot.
I mean, I feel like I'm fucking. This is weird. It's interrogation warmth.
Yeah, why are fucking cowboy, Texas cowboy shirts so thick and heavy?
Yeah, wouldn't they have thinner material when
it
you're
a case-
riding the range?
Is it in case you fall off a horse? But this is a show.
Are these the
shirt.
original douchebag motorcycle jackets? Like all those guys you see on sports bikes, where you're like, what a tool. But 150 years ago, it was these shirts. Put a fucking goofy bird on your arm.
It's in case you fall off your horse, but your foot stays stuck in the saddle.
Yeah.
You get dragged. Thank God I had that embroidered shirt.
And Andy's dressed like he lost a kid that way. my son couldn't get his foot out of the saddle. That goddamn animal dragged him.
Merkface, it really. But you are made to wear those clothes, Merkface. On what?
Not when we said we were going to buy it for you.
You fought us when you thought you were buying it.
Oh, way to act like you got some sort of values, Merkface.
Dude,
the second I was like, I think we could buy that for you. He was like, yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, cool. I love a shirt.
Merkface looked at his hat and he goes, it's cool, but $40? I'm like, shut up, Merkface. Put it on the goddamn.
When I told Jacob we were going to buy him his shirt and his hat, he goes, bang, bang.
I'm a cowboy.
Jacob actually picked up a hat and called it. I never thought I'd hear this word come out of a person I knew before. He goes, this is my dream hat.
Wowee.
He made him take it off the wall. He always comes in and tries it on, like in Wayne's World with the guitar.
You will be mine.
He just flies here to try it on.
You will be mine. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
You
he pays
will.
a kid in Austin to Skype with it.
Will you put it on for me?
I met this kid on Fiverr who goes there. He Skypes it for me.
I Venmo him $20 a week to do it.
Oh, should we get the crowd at one point to say hi to Lou? Lou can't be here right now.
Yeah, Lou Witzke's doing a birthday party.
No, he's not. He's like disco DJing a communion or something.
Yeesh.
What a lame reason to not be here.
Yeah. I want to give him the $150 he's getting paid.
Oh, yeah, man. There's got to be a mechanical bull in this town. We got to go see.
Where's there a mechanical bull? We have mics. Merkface, give him a mic. Have you tried a mic?
Yes, this is Brian.
What's that?
This is Brian. First time, long time. I'm going to say
Hey,
my piece.
Brian.
Sweet. Could be that long. 7 months tops. If you dove in day one and got your knuckles deep in it, 7 months.
Way to hang yourself with that rope there, buddy. That's like a girl being like, ooh, ow, your dick's so big. You're like, all right, stop
Dude,
it.
that's made me take forever to come before. When a girl says, she goes, your cock's so big. I'm like, stop. Don't say that. You're lying. And now I figure just saying that so I finish quick because you want to leave, and it fucks the whole rhythm of everything up.
I just imagine you saying that while you're still pumping.
Shut up.
Why would you say that?
You're ruining. Slap, slap, slap,
Yeah.
slap. Go ahead. Sorry, mechanical bull. We're tangent dudes.
No, I know. I love it.
I like that you hold the mic like you're about to rip a fucking Mariah Carey song.
Sweet, sweet fantasy, baby.
I had a vision of love, and it was all that.
You can find a mechanical bull at Trophy Room on 6th Street.
Trophy Room on 6th Street.
By the way, then he changed his grip to Henry Rollins. He went over the top. I'm a liar. I'll rip your stick off. Trophy Room. Good.
All right.
We're looking for overweight women, though, topless. Is that happening there?
Absolutely.
Is it?
Absolutely.
Oh, this guy knows. This guy's got the town on lock. I'm going to ask this guy for
This is
all
the kind
my
of guy that wakes up and grabs a fucking thick black marker and a blank white shirt. This guy gets shit done.
Oh, no, but that's good, though. He drew knuckles on that shit. That's fucking a fantastic shirt.
Andy.
Merkface, we got to get this guy's name and story. I bet it's
Yeah.
great. He either knows how to MMA fight or he's a bike messenger.
So, Chris,
Perfect.
big time fan. Glad
What's
to
up,
meet
man?
you.
What's your
Thanks,
name?
dude.
Chris.
What's up, Chris?
Yeah, man.
I was
big
hoping it was
fan.
like fucking Warsaw or something like that.
Yeah.
Bone saw.
I'll take it.
You're the bone saw.
Bone
now.
saw.
He also looks like he could have played a season in arena football.
But he was badass.
He's like a played for the Jacksonville Sharks.
Downhill runner. Oh, my friends is crazy getting fucked up tonight. Cause it's Jets and the Chargers on Sunday night.
Monday night. You gotta go. It's Monday night.
Sorry.
It's all right.
I'll come back. I'll come back again later. Go ahead. Sorry. Bone saw. You were saying.
Bone saw.
Boom.
Yes. Macho Man. Tell me something.
What's that? Oh, sorry, I was putting my hat
You
in.
do country western Macho Man?
Kid, yeah.
All my rowdy friends are coming over tonight. Yeah.
Happy trails to you. Go ahead, sorry.
Yeah, if you go down there, there's plenty of women and there's plenty of TFing to be had.
TFing across
Yes.
America.
Trophy room.
Trophy room.
And they get all on the bowl and their tits flop out and shit?
Yes, sir.
That's how they describe it in the Yellow Pages. They go a bunch of tit fucking and boobs flopping
Bunch
out
of TFing
and
and flopping boob.
You never really realize how our dirty our radio show is until you do it in front of a room full of people, and then you're like, oh man, we go nasty. But
I think my biggest laugh is when I acknowledge this guy might stuff his own dick in his butthole and wear those shorts. Like he puts his dick away like a gas pump.
or it's like or like one of those old antennas on an old cell phone that clicks in.
He puts his dick like a Zach Morris cell phone.
He's like, this call's over. Let me fold out. Or one of those old microphones that flips out.
Bonesaw. Or should we all go down to the trophy room? We should go right after this. Oh, you're having a luncheon with family.
Yeah, I'm having tea at the Driscoll. No, I'm meeting my uncle for dinner.
That's a great cowboy hat thing to say. My uncle's coming down.
I got an uncle who lives over in town, says he's going to bring me some provisions.
2 of his family died from diphtheria on the journey here.
I've come to help him bury his daughter.
That's fucking...
I have to take his herd northwest up to Colorado.
I wish people could have seen you just creaming your fucking chaps today over that young Sam Elliott poster.
Dude, they got a poster of Sam Elliott. And let's not fuck around and act like we're not all impressed. Where do we buy these hats? I smoke too much pot.
Andy's Boots.
It wasn't Andy's. It was Alan's Boots. Is this the poster?
Yeah.
Merc face. Oh, you got a fucking... There's glare from the pictures.
I know. I tried a couple different angles.
Oh,
but
did you?
Nice fucking picture. Stupid Asian tourists.
What? You got racial for no reason.
No, Asian tourists are always taking pictures.
Oh.
It was sarcasm. Everybody plays hungry tonight.
Because it's a race war on Monday night.
Because it's the Vikings and the Bucks on Monday night.
Any odd mismatch of teams is going to make me laugh.
It's the game you just don't never give a shit about.
Any sort of out-of-conference matchup you do is going to make me laugh. Yeah, young Sam Elliott. I know you guys can't see it, but follow us at the Bonfire XXM on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat.
We'll post
and then we'll post a picture. You can see the young. By the way, while we were buying our stuff, I asked the people at the place. I go, "Hey, is that poster for sale?" And the guy like pretty quickly was like, "No, not at all." He shut me down fast.
No, you were like, "How much for the poster?" He goes, "Not for sale."
Like it had a treasure map on the back. Well, I can't sell you that. That's old Mustache's Gold treasure map. It's got Spanish bullions in it.
Hey, son, why don't you turn your attention back to the boots for a minute?
I understand you and your woolly fake cowboy hat.
I like your hat is wool. I don't know, what is it? It's rain-resistant wool? That's not a thing.
Yeah, it's made from cowhide.
That's a lie on a hat.
All right, well, you're just mad that if your hat got wet, it would get all twisted up.
Oh, my God, it's going to smell like a fucking Mercedes that was in a flood. I got it for $800 though, a Mercedes.
Either someone has a sweaty leather cowboy hat, or someone drove a new Mercedes into a river. That's how your hat.
Either way, we're all getting laid.
Because it's the Seahawks and the Chiefs on Monday night. Oh no, your butt burst, Andy. Andy just shit out cold, delicious water. Oh my
God. Did we Rain-X this carpet, by the way? Why is it beaten up so nice?
What kind of fuck parties does this room throw?
This thing's just been lacquered with jizz, so water just rolls off it.
Yeah. Oh, I know it looks like a carpet,
completely
but really
dry.
It's a shower curtain for fuck parties.
This is bad. I gotta be honest. This is bad radioing posture. What we're in right now.
Oh, me and my heroin slumber. They gave us the most comfortable seats. We got to sit up, like we've been up all night.
Hey, that's Buck Soder right there.
Howdy, Austin. I'm Buck Soder from Buck Soder Nissan. I'm gonna make that happen, motherfuckers.
That's what Jacob's the guy spinning a sign outside of it.
Yeah.
Come on in. We're shooting down high prices.
He gave us our first break sign, but it was great because he did it like he was drawing it out of holsters.
Did he really? That's the break sign, the 6-shooter?
Yeah. break.
Oh, my God. How bad does Jacob want to go shooting gun? Like, he wants to shoot sucking sidearms like that.
So badly.
Oh, there you got a mic, Jacob.
Yeah.
Hey, do you think Deb would love it if she saw you dressed up like a cowboy?
She's mine.
I bet Ben would be intimidated.
If this was an orange.
Yeah,
Perfect.
I know. That's what I'm saying. It's red. It's the dominant fucking shade.
Yeah, that's the alpha orange.
I gotta tell you, Jacob, I think next Monday we're in studio, you should wear that for Deb, for sure.
You know what?
We'll all wear our country shit that day. We're gonna fucking blow their minds.
No, we won't, but Jacob will.
I will. I'm putting mine over the ghillie suit.
Like,
I'm
why
gonna
is
be a
that?
country western tree.
Oh my God, that tree! It looks like it's definitely ridden the river.
Everybody gonna get drunk tonight, cause it's ferns versus shrubs on Monday.
Let's take a break, and when we come back, we got 2 great guests.
2 fucking awesome guests I'm very excited for. We'll be right back, y'all. It's the Bonfire.
Yeah. Welcome back, everybody, to the live Bonfire Moon Tower Comedy Festival. I'm your host, Dan Soder. That's Big J. Oakerson. It's a live Bonfire, Sirius XM 95 Comedy Central Radio.
That was all discombobulated.
Yeah, well, dude, it's the sweat from the cowboy hat getting in my eyes.
Wait a second. The guy with the U-boat dick is also have some weird things on his feet. He's wearing knee highs.
No, he's got those shoes where all your individual toes are in it.
Fuck
Hey,
yeah.
can we get a mic? Jacob, can you get a mic over to him? Sir, what's your name? Chris. Yeah, I like that Jacob walked by that tried to act like he knew who he was talking about.
Chris, and you're dressed like an Asian girl from a video game, cause...
Yeah. Are you in some sort of post-apocalyptic survival competition later?
I'm just following the greasy duck.
Yeah. All right.
Boom. This guy gets it. I've done a 180 on him, just like that. Now I love him. I want to tuck dicks with this guy later.
He looks like he fights in underground karate tournaments, and you're his promoter.
Oh yeah, he does that crazy Brazilian like fucking dance fighting.
Yeah. And you're like, my guy will beat anybody.
Wrong bet. Let's get our awesome fucking guests up here.
Yeah, we got 2 great guests today on our live Bonfire at the Moon Tower Comedy Festival. You want to bring out our first guest?
Sure, I'd love to. This is honestly one of my favorite comedians in the world for the longest time. I love him. Honored to know him. Super excited to have him on our show. The hilarious Andy Kindler, everybody.
Andy Kindler, everybody. Yeah.
Thank you, man. All right, Bonfire of the Vanities. Am I wrong? Has anyone done that joke? I mean, it's not a joke even. It's the name of a book.
I thought it was a movie.
I thought this was going to be a TV clean. That's what I was told.
Oh, no, this is serious.
I mean, sugar,
Big J.
honey,
Oakerson.
iced tea. It's,
You're sitting with the Ernest Hemingway of pussy jokes. And you think we're going to go clean?
No, we can't. It's got to be filthy.
I turned down a role in Avatar because I didn't want to go blue. Hello? Hello? After every remark, I'm going to go, hello?
Perfect. I love it. Andy Kindler, everybody. A fucking awesome guest to have here. You want to introduce... can I introduce our other guest?
Yeah, dude. Take both guests. I'll do both guests tomorrow.
Okay, fair. Until tomorrow when I usurp that idea.
That's because you got the bad sheriff outfit on.
Yeah. I made a promise, but then I broke it, hey?
Oh.
Not sure I went 20s gangster on it.
Yeah, you don't intend to... fuck, I fucked that up.
I'm going to have Trish tied up to a fucking railroad track tomorrow.
Where's my mom?
You want her? Come get her. This is one of my best friends in the world. I've known him for a long time. We were roomies at one point. We go way back to fucking Philadelphia together. The hilarious Joe DeRosa.
Joey Rosen.
Thanks for dressing up, Joe. Thanks, Joe. What are you...
Right there.
What, are you going to the gym afterwards? Boom!
Hey, Andy, fuck you, all right? We gotta get this started right.
Whoa.
Fuck you.
this is
I loved
getting
your work in
hotter
the white.
than a summer in Houston. I don't know if that's a saying.
Woo, look like we got ourselves a regular Texas throwdown.
I think it's a goddamn gator fight.
Clapping and a snapping.
All my friends are taking off their pants tonight, cause it's Kindler versus DeRosa on Monday night.
Are you ready for the conflict?
Yeah, perfect.
Are you ready for peaceful resolution?
Some bantering.
Loved your work in The White Shadow, by the way. Thank you. Thank you.
I can't believe that worked.
I can't believe anyone knew that reference.
You got Jay's Kumite fighter loved it the most.
Right.
Anybody want to fight with my dark horse in the fight?
Those
Here's a
shoes
bit
are for better grip.
Here's a bit I did on Andy last night. I'm going to do it for the audience, even though you said you didn't think it was funny. Hey, has anybody seen this movie Kindler's List? It's about a list of bits that don't work.
That's hurtful. That's hurtful. Everyone knows my material doesn't work. That hurt. That one got in, baby. Could the ceilings be any higher? Thank you. All right.
Yeah, it's very.
I would do my other Kindler joke. Every time Andy hosts, he's heard me do this a million times, but every time Andy hosts a show and I go on, the first thing I say is I want to open with a Kindler style joke. And I go, hey, everybody, Andy was so funny, I feel like I've got some really big Jews to fill.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it gets a nice laugh.
That one I could use.
I mean,
It's in the style of Andy.
yeah, I mean, it's Passover. I'd have a little more respect than that, but sure.
I'm sorry.
Anti-Semite.
It is.
Kindler's
but I do like your
List.
guys'.
I know you heard it a million times. What?
I like your guys' whole Sam and Diane kind of thing. The will they won't they.
The love hate.
I'm like, ooh, is it love? Is it hate? I don't know, but I'm going to tune in next week.
Then Soder comes in like Rebecca Howe.
Ooh, I know Rebecca Howe or older.
Oh, you saucy bitch.
Can I be Robin Colcord?
Yeah, we're all going to go obscure.
We're going deep tracks on Cheers on this one.
We're doing a remake of Bosom Buddies. Buddies.
Bosom
The
Buddies.
twist is we have to dress up like guys to live in the apartment. Ba-boom, ba-boom, ba-boom,
yeah.
ba-boom, ba-boom. I love
Who gets
Andy.
the honor of being Peter Scolari?
I love the way you say Scolari.
Scolari.
I feel like I'm going to pass out from heat stroke if I keep wearing this fucking wool hat.
Soder
Buy
is
these
bacon.
fucking. Why don't you buy like the thin plaid ones? Why didn't you buy this kind?
Because it's fancy.
Because how awesome is this one?
Yeah, it's got birds on the fucking wrists.
Mine's got sick ass embroidery like my grandma's couches.
Aren't you supposed to wear shorts if you have good legs?
Zip!
Oh.
Wait a minute. The Bosom Buddies thing wasn't a shot at you. It was at both of
Oh,
us.
I didn't know. I'm just thinking of slams. That's all I'm doing.
I like it. You just stay on the attack.
I love Andy so much.
Yeah,
He's
you actually
super
requested
funny.
to be on this with him.
I did. They said, Andy, they go, Andy Kindler's on Friday. We're going to put you on Saturday with Joe List. I said, no, you're
Fuck
not.
Joe List.
I
That's
want to go
exactly
on
what you said.
Friday with Andy Kindler.
You go, you put me on a show with that blinking psychopath, Joe List, I'm going to punch him right in his mouth.
Right. That's what I
And I
said.
said, guys, Joe's too dangerous.
He's too squinty.
Joe's Kindler's List. Call back.
I love you. I'm going to have you just sit back on this one right now because I'm talking to my friend Joe through a conflict. But List is pretty heated.
Is pretty what?
He's pretty mad about that. They told me he wanted to switch off.
That's absolutely
not
true.
want to be on with Joe. I just wanted to be on with Andy.
No, he took it the wrong way. Everyone took it the wrong way.
Everyone took it the wrong way.
Even you?
Yeah, Andy was furious.
He just heard it right now, and he's taking it the wrong way as we speak.
This is a great chair for a short person like me.
What? Does it feel like
I sink down even lower than I would normally be.
Yeah, it was a real heroin slump.
These are lap dance chairs.
Yeah.
They are. Yeah. You can make a nice rod in one of these.
And I miss you.
Were you trying to have a conversation?
Yeah.
Like, so, you grew up in Austin? Oh, cool. Yeah.
So what else is in the news?
I'm good for one more. Why don't we do one more song?
Yeah, I'll do one more.
I can see you've had 1, 2, 3 kids.
Oh, look at this. Your C-section scars are like the rings of a tree.
DeRosa, Joey, do you remember when we were at that strip club? That was years ago story. We went to a strip club and the guy was yelling at you because you were...
We were with Bobby and Billy.
Yeah, you were the first person ever that complained about the rip-off of a lap dance.
What happened?
Oh, it was a fucking hustle.
It was my favorite, though.
Okay, I had no money. I was 2 months into New York. I had nothing. I had $200 to my name. And I didn't have a credit card, nothing.
You just had a boner and some will.
We ended up in a strip club. It was Jay, me, Burr, and
Bobby
Robert
Kelly.
After a show.
We did a college or something up there.
Yeah, we did college. And then they said, they go...
Wait, do you remember the play? I remember it was called Cloud 9. I remember that because I didn't believe it was a strip club when they told us to go there. It was like someone's fucking house.
Yeah.
It was set up inside a house.
Like Rainey Street in Austin?
Oh, is there anything like that here?
Yeah, it's like bars inside houses.
Oh, really? No, I didn't even know that. But this is like a strip. It's like in a house. There was a stage and everything, but from the front of it, it looked just like a house.
I go to lots of strip clubs. Don't kid yourself.
That's like something you say when you're trying to prove you're not asleep.
Yeah.
Like, I go to a lot of strip clubs.
Strip club, sure.
Oh, Andy's not asleep. We can keep watching this video.
I remember I tried to convince us to go to a college bar instead.
Yeah.
I was like, let's go to a college. Because at the time, Bill and I were both single. And I said, let's go to a college bar. And I remember Bill going, what am I going to do? Ask some girl what her major is? He was so disgusted by the idea.
Yeah. Joe was young enough that after a college show, the girl's like, he's coming out. He's like, okay, where are you going to go?
Yeah, exactly. But anyway, so we went to the strip club. It was in somebody's house. I had no money. And then they started advertising 2-for-1 lap dances. It's two for one. $20, you get 2 chips. 2 for 1. 2
full songs.
Yeah,
Wait, they gave you chips?
They gave you a chip for $20 and that got you a dance. And I was like, okay, great. So I go up, I do it. I'm like, I gotta do it.
Yeah.
I'm here. I don't have the money, but I gotta do it. I go up, she does one dance, and she goes, okay, do you want another one? And I go, well, yeah, I got the 2 for 1-er. And she's like, no, 1 chip gets you into the room, the other one gets you a dance. And I was like, that's not what your policy.
Oh boy.
I take umbrage with this.
Yeah.
I'm going to report you to the Better Business Bureau.
Whose house is this?
Give me an electric bill. I want to see who's on the house.
I really had
It's the principal. It's the principal of the situation.
Yeah, exactly.
Did you say this fully erect?
The lap dance was so shitty, I didn't even get a boner.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, probably because you call it a boner.
Dude, all the Philly came out of you right there, dude. I wouldn't even have a boner.
Dave!
I just went home and splashed some water on my face.
Dave,
Dude, I had to go home and deal with my boner.
He couldn't even work his boner because we were sharing a room.
So, no, I followed, and she left the room because she was like, I'm not going to debate this with you. And then, so I followed her.
That's what she said.
I'm not going to debate this
with you.
And I like that. I like you ran into the only rational stripper in a house. She's not rational enough to work in a real strip club.
I followed her downstairs complaining
Oh boy.
that I had been ripped off. And then the manager came over. Well, first all the strippers surrounded because they get a little alarmed when they see a man angrily yelling at one of them.
Did they form a circle?
Yeah, they all stood around, and then the owner came over, and he's like, what's the problem over here?
Uh-oh.
And I explained it, and he goes, look, pal. And then the lady goes, the lady! The one from the dance, she goes, you're just mad because I didn't grind all over your dick. And I was like, that's not why I'm mad. I'm mad because you said it was 2 for 1, and you only gave me 1. And then the guy goes...
It was also why you were mad, though.
Well, that was also why I was mad.
If you would have been a satisfied customer, I don't think you would have
I
been.
was hoping to shoot my skibbies that night.
When I come into someone's house to grease my skibbies, I want to come.
Yeah. I didn't even get to put cobwebs in my undies.
If I want to come in what used to be a kitchen nook, then I want to do that.
I'm trying to get polished off in this lazy Susan.
Yeah, there's a Boomer Esiason poster up in this child's former bedroom.
Oh, shit.
Is it true?
All my rowdy friends are coming over.
Is it true you tried to pay in bitcoins? Is that true?
So then the manager starts going, hey, look, buddy, these girls aren't going to grind all over you. And he kept saying
Dude,
that.
he kept... It was the funniest thing. He goes, and he's doing it on purposely loud, which Joe even points out. He goes, why do you keep doing that? Why do you keep saying that? I'm not even complaining about that. He goes, I'm just saying, you come to a club and you expect these girls are just going to grind all over your leg. And just like, stop saying it. He got so like wound up.
He was.
And then Bobby was like, all right, now we all gotta go.
No. The best line of the night was Bobby. He was sitting at the table watching it all happen. It was right when they passed the smoking ban in New York, so you couldn't smoke anywhere anymore. And I walked back to the table after this whole scene, and there were suddenly ashtrays on the table, and Bobby was smoking, and I go, how come they're letting us smoke? And he goes, because they liked us till you fucking douche.
They liked us till you.
And that's also the night Bobby jerked off.
I know, that's what I was going to say.
Oh,
yeah, when we walked out of the place, you walk through it. You got to exit through the gift shop. You walk through like
Andy.
I just cannot believe. What did you think getting angry would result in?
Yeah, no one knows that. That's the question, really, that remains.
Like 24. I was so broke. It was such a hit.
Right.
Did you think at what, like, when you were both walking down the stairs and you're yelling at her, that she was going to be like, you know what, you're right?
No, Sparkles. No. Sparkles. No, listen to me, Sparkles. Listen.
Yeah. I thought I'd get through, but I mean, that was my MO for a good 8 years, was having like customer service related meltdowns in public.
You're a walking Yelp.
Yeah, and then I got dumped by a girl for doing it, and I was like, maybe there's something wrong.
That'd have been great. She's like, all right, listen, buddy, you're right. Let's go to the champagne room, which is a 3-car garage.
You want to go into the boiler room? Slash champagne
I could
room?
jerk you off onto an old dusty box of pictures.
But as we were... Just go get attic laid.
But the ladies love how needy you are. That's what they love. The ladies, turn on.
She was greased up.
I was a young, desperate kid, you know.
But me and Joe were both broke at that time for sure. And I remember what was funny is we left through the like little gift shop, that like pornos and all that shit, and we were broke. And Bobby Kelly was bragging about how he had money enough to buy a DVD, a porn DVD, and he had his laptop. And we were like, yeah, whatever. And then we went back to our separate. Me and Joe shared a room. We went to separate rooms. And about 30 minutes later, there's a knock on our door.
Yeah.
And I open the door up, and there's like a rag on the door. So I pick up the rag, and it was just it's one of those things like if I just thought for 5 seconds before, I picked it up, and I was like, why would there be a rag? It's Bobby's jizz. I know it's Bobby's jizz. And then you see the phone ring in the hotel. He goes, "Did you like my jizz rag?" And I'm like, "Yeah, everything you wanted to happen, buddy, happened." I picked it up.
That's like
I gave it a fibrous, like fucking. I gave it a feel like I'm doing a crime scene investigation.
That went off without a hitch.
This is Terry Blend.
That's my bit. That's my bit, by the way. That's
like in a war movie when someone trips like a wire, and they're like, then you see that log swing down, the spike that smashes their head.
Oh shit!
Fuck! I walked right into this.
Were you a strip club dweller ever, Andy?
I only went to a strip club once. A guy, I used to be a bartender, he said, I'm going to take you to a place that you're not going to believe it's going to be the greatest night of your life. And there just was something about sitting next to him, watching the strippers that put a bad taste in my mouth. And also, make a bad taste in my mouth joke.
And also, I put a bad taste in their mouth, if you know what I mean, for $50. They sucked my dick.
That was it.
Get it?
One time.
That was it. One time.
I used to drive him around to those bachelor parties, like, quote-unquote, bouncing for them, so I was disillusioned of so young, just like how skeevy it is, and the chicks all hate it. Exactly, no matter what you did, Joe, that girl wasn't going to like you any less anyway.
Let me tell you,
she didn't like you when you walked in.
I'm having a hard time seeing you. The giant cowboy hat doesn't make Soder's head any less fucking intrusive. And
do you have a hat for a water head?
A water tower. You know those big water towers you guys got outside of town? What hat would you put on?
Yeah. What do you put on that if, let's say, I don't know, your college team goes to the finals?
Soder already has maniac cop head.
I'll shoot everybody in this guy.
Maniac cop.
When I lived in Alaska and I had no money, one weekend they gave it to us off the docks, and we went to Anchorage to a strip club.
Soder used to work on the docks.
Soder just went to work in a fish cannery in Alaska for a summer.
Like I was Superman hiding out.
What a big-headed guy thing to do.
Soder had on-the-run jobs.
Yeah.
I'm going to hole up in this Alaskan sea town for a few weeks.
I robbed a bank in Boise and it went south.
You had to gear up at Bass Pro Shop?
Yeah, fuck yeah, I did. But
How did you get that job? Did you get that job by going into a bar and doing a shot and going, you know about any work around here?
Cut to 2 a.m. He's doing a fucking. You're doing your fucking Bowie knife between your fingers.
Hey, who do I fight to get a job in here? Yeah, no, but one weekend they gave it to us off, and we went to a strip club in Anchorage called Showboat Charlie's, I think?
Chilkoot Charlie. That's not.
I've been there.
That's not a strip club, though.
No, it was called Showboat
Oh,
something.
that's right. That's not.
There's the Great Alaskan Bush Company out there. I've been there.
No, it was a really sad one that was full nude, so you couldn't buy alcohol.
It's great, though.
Yeah,
Were you allowed to bring alcohol?
No, we got gassed up in the parking lot drinking 7 and 7s.
God, yeah.
And then we go in there, and it was fully nude, so like the strippers wanted you to buy them sodas, but they were like $9 sodas.
That's a weird law, though.
It's really, yeah, but there's nothing less sexual than a girl being like, hey, you want to buy me a soda? And you're like,
Shasta, like my name. I'll have a Fanta.
and they were, but once you bought a soda, it was unlimited refills. So I just started getting sick of them asking for me to buy them a soda. And one time I go, well, it's free refills, so if you want to stick around for a little bit, you can have my next one. And it didn't find that funny.
No, you cheap bastard. Why don't you invite him out to the parking lot for some 7-Up?
Yeah, you want to come have some 7 and 7s? But the worst thing I saw was I looked over and we were smoking inside. Second term, third term pregnant woman is next to the stage, and she's got her titty out, and the stripper's licking the pregnant lady's titty. And our waitress was there, and I was like, "What's up with that?" And she goes,
"It's a weird question to ask."
Yeah.
What's going on over there? Goes, a woman sucking a pregnant girl's tit. It's pretty self-explanatory. You think there's something else going on there?
You got two
Is it a
eyes?
transfer of ideas and emotions or something? It's a
rough
woman
story.
sucking a girl's tit.
I just wanted to say
This is so sad too that this strip club was your only ray of light in this
In
fucking
your cannery life?
it really was the most talked about thing for the rest of the time we were on the docks.
Almighty.
Hey, want me to suck your dick in the back room? Like, nah, I'm married to the sea.
Married.
Madam.
Now how a little lady like you gets stuck in a place like this?
And a little sweet flower like yourself wound up here in the Alaskan Bush Company.
What are you running from, sweetheart? We're all running from something.
Oh, I tell you, you are a sight for sore eyes, little lady.
I don't even want to fuck you. I just want you to lay next to me.
He rolls over and puts on a Springsteen record.
But a sad one, like Nebraska.
No, like in Copland.
Yeah.
When Stallone puts on the Springsteen record. Holy shit.
I just saw our other guest just show up. So should we take a break and come back?
Is it break time? Where's Jacob?
Hey, Sheriff Jacob.
Hey, Sheriff.
5 minutes? Oh, so let's just bring our guest right now.
He's indisposed.
Oh, was that? Did you kill him?
Huh?
Is he in the clink right now, Sheriff?
Yes.
I caught him for jaywalking.
He's just back there hitting it with a tin cup. Caught him for jaywalking. He robbed a stagecoach this afternoon.
Joe, do you go to strip clubs just like when there's like specials, happy hour?
You're a bargain hunter?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got a Groupon for 2 things.
When there's a buffet.
I heard there were some free wings.
Morally, I'm
Between 4 and
opposed to
6.
this. but
Don
the
Herrera
deal-
used to have that great joke. Don Herrera had that great joke about that where he goes, you see these strip clubs that serve food? Who's going in going, yeah, I'd love a steak, and I'll dip it in your ass.
Dove Davidoff, in Just Conversation one day, made me laugh really hard and saying he's like, I think he asked me if I wanted to go to a strip club in the afternoon or something like that. I was like, in the afternoon? I said, no, I'm okay, but I don't want to go. I go, why do you go in the afternoon? He goes, you sit, it's not crowded, there's a nice buffet.
That sounds like very much like my family. My family wouldn't go to a strip club because they wouldn't want the lines. They don't want the lines for anything.
Can we go on the off hours,
No.
please?
You've never gone back since that one.
I think I lied about that. I was thinking this. I'm lying. Why am I lying? I've been a couple of times, but and I also used to frequent the Bada Bing. Sopranos reference.
Was that a real strip club?
It is a real
Yes,
strip
it was a real, just like the meat place. Joe Satriani. It was a real strip club?
I think it's a real, well,
Let
it's
me
not a real
finish.
strip
You're
club.
right on about that.
It is a real strip club. It's not named the Bada
Yeah, it's
Bing.
not called the Bada Bing, but that's what I was
Something in
asking.
Jersey.
It's called Satin Dolls. It's on Fruit 80 in Jersey.
Okay,
Why
why
you
don't you
rubbing
calm
your
down
nips while
there?
you're
Why I
saying that,
got
you
so
freaky
loud,
weirdo? It's called Satin Dolls. I've been there. Fucking.
You go in the back, they have mercenary work.
That's where we do our training.
Yeah.
It's Mike Smells.
All right.
I'm too middle class Jewish to enjoy strip clubs because I'm like, what, is this right? Should I be here? Is this the right? Are they having a good time?
Well, you know, it's funny. I get obsessed. I get weirdly obsessed with that too. And the thing is, I don't wonder if they're having a good time. I know they're not. So I just feel like I'm in there. It's like I'm literally like paying to have somebody pretend to give a shit. That's why I like doing the spectacle. I'll go with buddies and just sit and watch. Like the girl. That's why I think an all nude place is better. I don't give a shit about lap dances. I think they're awkward and weird. Like I really do.
I got an apathetic lap dance in Montreal that was probably the worst thing that's ever happened because the girl was smoking hot. She turned her phone
and
on.
a guy. So
What's that?
It was a guy. I didn't want to tell you until now. It was a guy.
That was it?
Yeah, it was a tranny.
You had very supple breasts.
Are you being serious?
No.
What is the matter with you? Does that sound real to you? I didn't want to tell you at the time.
You know what? I hate to drop this public hammer. You fucked a dude.
I don't know.
No, because it's happened to you many times. Why are we talking about
What's
this?
that supposed to mean?
I don't know.
Transphobe? What's that?
I know. I
supposed
do.
to mean?
I do as soon as I start. There's so many things back in vaudeville that you can't do these jokes anymore. Like in vaudeville, they go, "Nice to see you back in men's clothes." And there as a kid, I didn't even know what that could possibly mean.
You just like the tone of the joke?
What's that?
Did you just like the tone of the joke?
Yeah, a lot of times it's like I don't have to call you ladies and gentlemen. You know who you are. Is another line from vaudeville. I don't understand. There's no joke there. You know who you are.
I think it's funny.
It is funny because of the delivery.
Just like that.
Yes.
That'd have been great if
Joe's a fan of classic, like funny though, like Marx Brothers stuff and shit that I
That
can't.
stuff's good.
Joe looks like he watches silent films.
I'm not a huge Marx Brothers fan. I mean, I like them, but you know, Abbott and Costello and Laurel and Hardy I find very funny. Because it's always involves somebody who's too fat getting slapped in the face. And it's really fucking funny to me.
Don't get too cerebral on us. How about W.C. Fields was great too.
Like the Three Stooges, like if you watch the Three Stooges now, it's so fucking violent. It's almost disturbing. Like there's one where Moe takes Larry's hand and puts it inside a desk drawer and just starts slamming the fucking drawer on it. And he looks so crazy, like he's really getting off on it. Like it just makes me laugh. I think it's funny. You know?
Did you used to torture animals when you were a child?
I just wanted to see if they had fur on the inside, Mama. That's a joke I pitched when I was on the Pete Holmes show, and he was like, "Are you out of your fucking mind?"
Well, let me tell you that it's gold, and that's why it got canceled. That joke was gold.
They wouldn't take the leaps.
I just realized that with the way Joe's dressed, he looks like he's a time traveler from the 30s and had to grab whatever clothes he could.
Joe's dressed to play basketball in 1961.
They still got the peach baskets up, don't they?
He's the Washington Generals' best player.
He's the center.
I've got a lot of shit at Opie's show for the way I'm dressed today.
What did they say? Anything better than that shit?
There's a lot of jokes about the way I'm showing my legs.
I like
shorts,
I like
crossing
your
the legs.
I'm always the leg cross thing.
It's
always,
nice. That's a really good look.
I don't dislike the leg cross because it's always. I want to be thin enough one day to have the back of my knee touch the front of my knee.
Yeah.
Do it.
And it always, to me, it always strikes me as
weird, though. It's very weird.
Ooh, I like
yeah, but Joe does it like a man that has multiple diplomas hanging on.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I do it like I should be twirling my shoe on my
listening,
toes.
taking notes.
Tell me your thoughts.
And how does that make you feel?
You changed it. He got inside your head.
That's the more.
Now you're doing one of these.
That's the one I
angles.
do.
Get off my fucking back.
Oh!
Will they,
just
won't
because
they?
I'm
Will
bothering
they,
you?
won't they?
Can I make a move without you being on my
That's
ass?
really
today?
bad. I apologize.
All my friends are getting rowdy tonight because it's a Jew and an Egyptian on Monday night. We're going Bible, baby. Should we take our break, Jacob?
By the way,
can you give us gunslinger breaks?
give us a gunslinger break. Yeah. Andy Kindler's going to be at the Comedy Attic in Bloomington, Indiana, Thursday, April 28th through Saturday, April 30th. Go to comedyattic.com for tickets, and then check out Joe DeRosa's new Fangora podcast.
Fangoria, the horror podcast network.
Oh, really?
Well, Fangoria Magazine. They have a podcast network. I have a podcast called We'll See You in Hell.
There you go.
Soder's having heat stroke, so the words are blending together for him at this point.
I hope I'm going to wake up in my hotel bed after this.
What happened?
Check it out on iTunes. And, of course, follow us, the Bonfire SXM on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. We'll be right back after this break.
It's the Bonfire.
Yeah.
Yeah! It's the Bonfire. We are live at the Moon Tower Festival, only on Comedy Central Radio, Sirius XM 95. Jay Oakerson, Dan Soder, sitting here, of course, with Andy Kindler and Joe DeRosa. Hilarious. Fun so far.
Very fun.
We're all pals here.
I got to leave in a few. I'm sorry.
What? What kind of a person? What kind of a person are you?
I have to leave because I have a show that I have to host.
So you have to go take your nap in your hyperbaric chamber?
Well, I
in
feel
your
like
hotel
shit
room?
because of this fucking pollen, man. I feel terrible, and I
You look good.
I feel like I have the flu right now.
You look fantastic, though.
You look fucking gorgeous. No, does anybody else feel like that from the pollen? Like I'm like all achy and
It's a weird thing to cheer for, though. Yeah!
Pollen!
I'm all fucked up from pollen!
Don't forget to check out Joe DeRosa's new podcast, Pollen Talk.
Hey, is anybody else being even sniffly when it's warm out?
Guys, we're going to do a whole episode about itchy eyes.
But so what do you do for it? How do you combat?
Stop complaining on radio shows?
Hey, Joe, you're not going to do well in a Trump concentration camp. You're gonna be,
Excuse me, sir, there's a lot of pollen in these
There's a lot of
work-
pollen. Do I have to be in my own barracks?
Do you have a HEPA filter in this
Yes.
cell?
I would sleep much better if you had a humidifier in my room.
Very warm in here.
I didn't sign up for the chain gang.
Our next guest, we have another guest that showed up, and he's got such an asshole problem that shits take about 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh, let me
Well,
tell you.
why don't I leave and then you can bring Ari on?
Okay, way to blow who our guest is. Just leave. Just go.
I thought it was posted.
Joe DeRosa, everybody. This new Fangoria, how do you say it? Fangoria?
How do you not know Fangoria Magazine?
Because scary movies terrify me because I'm a simple person.
Oh, come on, dude.
Dan thinks it's all real. I told him Paranormal Activity happened in the house he grew up in.
Haven't slept for 3 months. I'm going mentally insane.
You should feel right at home, Pumpkinhead.
By the way, I saw that whole thing coagulate in Joe's head. I saw how much happiness it was about
I got
to bring.
real excited.
You got real excited.
I love a good big head joke. It never makes me not happy.
Well, check out his new podcast. We'll See You in Hell on iTunes, everybody. Joe DeRosa.
Thanks, guys. Thanks, everybody.
Love you, dude.
Our next guest shares in common Joe's sitting style. He's also a good friend of the show, and we both were on his show last night. This is not happening. Please welcome back to the show, Ari Shaffir, everybody.
Do you think Ari and Joe just passed each other with the way they're dressed and said, I'll meet you on the tetherball court at 2?
Yeah, they're both dressed like fourth graders in a rivalry. Either young dads or fourth graders. What's up, dude?
You guys have been fighting since yeshiva camp.
It's not yeshiva camp. It's just yeshiva.
Oh, sorry.
It's all right.
I'm a
He
terrible-
knows. He knows all that stuff.
Oh, I
right?
know. Yeah, I do know who the fucking Rabbi Ari Shaffir. Yeah.
Talmudic scholar.
You know what? This is the most Passover thing we could do because of the three of you. I'm the only non-Jew here.
It's
DeRosa's not a
Passover
Jew,
aggressive, I call it.
What that? No.
What happened? What did I miss?
He said he asked if DeRosa was a Jew.
No, DeRosa?
No.
No.
By the way, I've never said the word just Jew before in a cowboy hat.
Did it
Yeah,
feel weird?
we're-
Felt right.
I'll tell you this, it's got a lot of pepper on it.
We'll go in a nice confined space and try out the N-word in a bit.
I'm gonna put my pillow over my mouth and scream it with it on.
That felt right. That felt real right.
I feel like I can do more push-ups than I normally can. Just gotta focus and think about them taking our women.
I saw you guys come around the corner. I was in their hallway and I saw him come around the corner. I just see first Big J just come around and the two of me just goes, ma'am.
Yeah. Madam.
These cowboy
I'm buying
hats.
into it. I'm buying into the whole thing.
What do you think? You think we should just wear cowboy hats all the time?
No one's going to
Campers?
say yes to that.
Yeah, you're right. One guy who might be hammered.
Yeah, well, the one guy's he's wearing a shirt about tit fucking.
That's how I know I can trust him.
It's the only way I can trust him. Do you know what I wanted to say before? Andy, I've been such a fan of yours for so long, and it was such a hilarious thing that our first awkward meeting, I don't even know if you remember this at all, Montreal Comedy Festival, I saw you sitting by yourself, and I was like, this would be a good time to talk. Did you remember this at all?
No, I don't.
Like, this would be a great time to talk and say hi. And I'm like, hey, what's up? And I think you just recognized me from being around the festival, and you're like, hey. And I'm like, hey, you having fun? You're like, oh, I was having fun. Didn't like you get robbed or something in the mall
my wife.
at the thing?
Oh,
yeah, your
it was
wife
so
got robbed.
depressing.
It was like a bum out. It was like a bum out story, and I was like, I shouldn't have bothered him there probably the first time.
It was so terrible because my wife had her backpack, which was like a black backpack. It had cameras. It had everything. We just recorded the speech I gave, and someone did one of those things where they bumped her and they switched out the bag. All of the credit cards, everything was in there, and so I really was on the verge of crying there.
Yeah, no, it was a real. At that time, I was like, we're gonna become such good friends right now.
You tried to open the conversation with ball busting? Like,
Yeah.
what are you going to cry, you loser? He's like, Jesus.
Things you don't want to hear when you're going through that. He goes, hey, I loved your Young Comedian special on HBO. Is Dennis Miller a dick?
What was he like? Yeah, that's gotta suck.
Oh, it was at the time it was terrible.
You never got it back? You lost that speech?
What's that?
You lost that speech? You never...
No, just that I didn't. I used to record it every year on these what were those things called? Were they called mini discs?
Just voice record. Oh, yeah.
No, they were...
Mini discs, yeah.
Some
mini
weird thing.
recorders.
Yeah, so I recorded every year, so I lost the recording of it. But maybe somebody else recorded it.
Maybe they thought it was like a CIA file because it was on one of those tiny discs.
Yeah.
Maybe it was Dane Cook who stole it. Did you ever think?
Oh!
Better yet, what if Jay Leno hired someone?
I lost all my name is Earl put downs.
Bill Morrison and a spy.
Yeah, because it's also top. 2 years later, it means nothing.
Do you still shit on Jay Leno even though he's gone? Do you keep with the hatred?
Oh, I keep writing material. Like I keep saying, Jay Leno has a car that runs on the energy of all the people's dreams that he's crushed. He has a car that runs on the energy from his patented head shake.
Maybe that's the answer to cold fusion? Harnessing the power of that.
Yeah, the cold fusion guy. Yeah.
I don't know him at all, but I do love that Joan Rivers died hating him. That just makes me happy.
You love when a person dies holding on to some hatred.
Oh,
Why did she hate? How could you hate Jay Leno?
Because I guess Johnny Carson banned her at the end there.
Yeah, because she took what happened was she really screwed up. She took a show on Fox. He had championed her. He was maybe even like she could have been the replacement maybe for him. And then she took a show and didn't tell him until the show was announced to the press.
Her anger with Jay Leno was that he kept that band going well beyond it should have not really been a thing. I mean,
he kept the banning up. He was like, I won't have you on either.
He never had her on. Yeah.
Wow, that's a dick move.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is weird, kind of.
Sandra Bernhardt said she hated him. I heard on Howard Stern one time. That was, a lot of people.
He didn't. Leno never stood by. Like Letterman, I always respected because he had his friends on.
He had his old guys always on.
Yeah, like George Miller, who I loved, and Leno was not like that.
There was one of the funniest things on
the Animal Guy. That's all he had on.
Skanks podcast. Bobby Kelly was on, and he was trying to tell us another person trying to tell you how great Jay Leno was back in the day. And he goes, oh, you got to watch his interviews with Letterman. I mean, those two together were it was fucking amazing. And then we scoured YouTube and couldn't. We found a lot of videos of those two together. No one laughed.
Really?
At all. It didn't happen once. We were like, this is horrible, actually.
But it is true that he was at his best when he used to come on Letterman because he was the loosest. And in the 80s, if you'd see him in a club, you would have enjoyed it.
They said he was amazing.
Yeah, I loved him.
Yeah.
So,
when did you start hating him?
Oh, well, I think what happened was I started hating him because I really feel like, and I'm still, I haven't let it go yet. But there's no question Johnny Carson wanted Letterman to take over. There was absolutely no reason. Jay Leno got very popular partly from going on Letterman, and just Jay Leno got it in his mind that he had to be a talk show host. He doesn't know anything about except cars. He hates music. He hates sports.
What?
He hates music.
So he's got the emotional range of a lizard?
Exactly. That's it.
Yeah, sorry. I don't like jazz. It makes me feel things. And
that's it. And so I started to, and also
I hate what he did to, the Conan thing. I really hate because,
That was pretty-
yeah, Conan, sure, I'll retire. Look, if you're not going to retire, don't have them move all their families out here. I just feel like he's a weaselly.
People really hated him for that.
For that, yeah. Well, they try to force him into retirement, and they're like, in 5 years. He goes, all right, I'm sure I'll be done then. And then 4.5 years came. He goes, I'm still enjoying this. I don't want to leave. Why are you
Can
making
you
me leave?
believe they bought it though? He had all these high-powered people, Conan. How could anybody buy that?
Yeah.
I was thinking this isn't going to happen. He's not going to
not gonna
leave
just
in
give up
5
the
years
throne.
unless you have some kind of agreement.
Yeah. It's like a quarterback who doesn't want to step down.
It's also weird though. I'm so lazy that I'd be like, I would love to do that. Like you're done in 5 years. I'm like, how about now?
Perfect.
Can I go now?
If you give me all the money now, I'll just run.
Yeah.
You
Wanna
kick an
go-
extra couple mil, you'll never hear from me again.
I want to go live in Montana, and the only way you'll hear from me is when I shoot the mailbox when you try to drive into my fucking driveway.
You're in shotgun range now.
Yeah. You can't come any closer. State your business. Oh, you know what? This is the first time I've said that in a cowboy hat, too. That feels real
I think we
good.
can probably figure that everything you say today is the first time you said that thing in a cowboy hat.
Hold on.
This is your first
I'd
cowboy
love to tit fuck you, miss. Yeah. It's
The
first
miss. The miss makes it very classy.
It does. And then
Ma'am.
we go like that. After you tit fuck, you
Tit
go.
fuck, madam.
I appreciate the chest sex.
Where do you want it? Lips, chin, or tits?
Yeah.
I like the way your whole head goes down with that.
You pull your whole
Well,
thing
he has
down.
to squeeze it onto his head to get it on.
Yeah, if I don't, my neck will snap back. My spine's just shooting out.
If you really flex your eyebrows, it'll just slowly rise up your head
Hold
and
on.
pop
Ready?
off.
Yeah, work it down.
I think I'm working it off.
All right, I can't believe you haven't bought a cowboy hat. That seems like something very you. Like
You're very shirtless with a cowboy
you get
hat
to a
kinda.
place.
Oh, yeah,
and you
shirtless
fucking
cowboy hat.
You always go like native to the place you're at.
You
You
want
have
to see
a
how
seat
big my
hat,
head
right?
is? Do you
Yeah,
want to
but
try?
how many people here are from Austin?
Ari, you want to try it?
Yeah, none of them have cowboy hats on.
How many
not
of you have
Austin.
cowboy hats at home?
Not Austin.
Whoa, all right.
There's
That
one.
was- I like that though. What?
So Jacob's got a collection. So Jacob's got deer antlers hanging on a wall where he's got cowboy hats on all of it in his
Yeah.
house.
You want to see
Yeah, I
how
wanna
big
see
my
how it
head
looks.
is?
Yeah, sure. I have a pretty big head, too.
That's just your Jew-fro, bro.
Oh, that looks way better on you.
Oh, dude. You look like you're walking across a rope bridge with that.
You're the doctor. You're the town doctor.
Yeah, that's right.
Or
They pay-
lawyer.
They paid for
Town
my
lawyer.
college education, but I had to serve in Alabama for 4 years. Hi, guys.
You look like one of the first miners in San Francisco.
Can I have one of your chitlings?
Yeah.
That's the last picture of you before you got lost hiking in the canyons or something.
It's also like a picture of your dad from the 70s.
That looks like Christine's dad from the 70s. No shit.
We were almost like, whoa, Dad used to have a full beard.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Now he looks like
Oh,
the
shit.
what's the Harrison Ford movie? I can't remember it. Raiders of the Lost Ark.
What's that, Andy?
I mean, for most of you who are from Texas, is it kind of like, is this such a slap to the face that like East Coasters come and we're like, look at your dumb hats.
Yeah.
Your
Oh, of
fucking
course.
goofy shirt. We got Jacob looking like a child that's wearing a cowboy shit for the first time.
Pew, pew.
You actually do look like a giant cowboy that should be on a steakhouse.
It looks like your dad was the sheriff and then left your mom and he left his clothes and you dress up in them once in a while.
Yeah. He's got big shoes. He's not fitting in. Both feet are in the same shoe.
All right, let's play sheriff. I got to check your butthole for drugs.
As long as he's not trying on mama's clothes, I'm all right.
But you guys have done it with so much respect, talking about the South. That's
Of
why
course.
I think it'll be an honor.
I've taken it very seriously, and that's what people are going to remember.
I can remember that.
You look good, Ari. You
Yeah,
should
it's a
get
good
one.
hat.
It's a really good hat.
You should wear that out in New York.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah, that'll be cool. The first time I get cold cocked for no reason.
No. You're going to look awesome, dude. Cowboy hat, Road Warriors t-shirt, Tommy John underwear.
What?
Whoa.
Think I ain't wearing a wrestling tee?
Well.
on this? What?
That's my favorite.
You guys, by the way, together look like Rocksteady and Bebop from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
That might be the nicest thing
Jay
anyone's
is the
ever said.
rhino.
Oh,
I'm the pig?
Yeah.
thank God.
Pig with a mohawk.
You know, the rhino hurt until I realized the other one was a pig. I'd rather be the rhino than the pig.
Yeah, who wouldn't? That's an age-old question.
Yeah, but calling someone
That sounds like Eastern philosophy.
but calling someone a pig only hurts the person if they're fat. If they're fat, you can't say someone's like a pig like their mind is like a pig. If you call a fat person a pig, they mean, oh, you mean my weight.
Yeah. What? That's funny that someone would have to like. That's such a weird mental thing. You pig brain. Like,
Yeah, no one would ever say that. It's only associated with eating.
What?
That's what the insult is. It's associated with eating.
We're smelling
Eat
like
a
shit.
pig. Yeah.
Actually, pigs don't eat very much. They eat small portions.
Oh, really?
Fun
like-
fact.
guy that makes. Yeah,
Actually, I'm
you're the
actual
guy that makes insults less offending.
Yes, that's right.
Fun, actually. You know what? You call them a pig, but they actually have very good portion control.
Very clean animals. They're very clean animals.
Well, you call the guy a bitch, but that really is a female dog, which are very aggressive.
And
So-
in the dog world, it's a matriarchal society in the dog world.
the
Clavenberg.
matriarch of society.
Oh my God, I'm sweating so much in this thick cowboy shirt.
Yeah, Ari, you dressed right.
Yeah, man. We went kayaking today.
You did it?
What?
Yeah, sure. We went right by there. They saw it. $10 an hour.
And now you're wearing the clothes of the boy you killed and dumped in the water?
Right now, there's a 9-year-old not showing up to baseball practice.
It's like, help, Mr. Shaffir. I'm sorry, Isaac. I would.
I want your big lollipop. You weren't going to give it up.
I'm Joan and Mike's son now.
This book bag full of rocks sure is heavy, mister. Boom.
All right, tie those tight.
It's a funny joke, but can I have my clothes back?
Hey, Isaac, you want to switch clothes? Okay, mister.
My RTs of this show do not indicate support or endorsement.
Andy, way to play this perfectly political.
You're doing a great job.
I know. Look at me. I'm out there in the politically incorrect world, mixing it up. Hey, look, you dame.
Ooh.
You heard me.
You're lucky DeRosa's not here because he had blogger body sitting next to me.
Hey, really, although I do feel like Ari just fit right into the hole Joe made in that chair.
Oh, yeah. He really did make a nice crevasse in this.
Yeah, a nice curvy back and butt. Yeah, that's what the chairs are too comfortable.
I'm worn out from the sun.
Are you?
Yeah.
Well,
Is that all your fucking camp counselor energy you're bringing right now? 6 p.m. Last kid's still there because his dad didn't pick him up. Hey, is your dad coming or what, kid? I got shit I got to do too.
I got to follow you home. It's got to be tonight.
You definitely do have the energy of somebody that's in a rec volleyball league. He's like, I got to go get down to the sand traps for a game today.
Yeah, I'm playing the front 9 on Augusta.
I remember when was it 2 years ago when those police on bikes came up. And
Out
they
here.
said, yeah, they were huge fans of yours. I just didn't expect it.
Yeah, they were like, hey, Ari. I was like, oh. And I had to check my pockets real quick.
Yeah, what do you have, right?
They're like, don't worry about it. We're all right. Yeah, that was cool.
That was really
It is so funny when
That
cops
one lady
like
cop
you.
was pretty hot.
Yeah, she was.
There's nothing better than a good hot lady cop.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure there is.
What?
Something better than that?
A hot lady firefighter?
Not
Yeah, I
cop.
don't know. Like, yeah. Like,
I was in Santa Monica once, and I said, "Oh my God, it was like beautiful. This two women, they were beautiful. Of course, they were shooting a show where the women were.
Oh, yeah.
Blue?
That's hilarious.
It was that?
Was it Pacific Blue?
It might have been because it was right at the beach down there.
The USA Network had about 6 years where I was, I'm able to jerk off to very innocent
Easily.
things.
At Don Rickles' videos.
Yeah. Old roasts, old Dean Martin roasts.
Yeah.
Got
So
some.
like Soder's polishing off the fucking burn notice.
You laugh, but it was silk stockings
Forster Brooks is
in
my
Pacific
weakness.
Blue.
I'm not gonna say I never jerked off to USA, but it was like when it was like Rhonda Shear up all night.
Rhonda's
like that shit.
all night.
Rhonda Shear up all night. She was nice.
I knew her way later, and they were like, she used to be like have this real sexual show on the air. But she
Wait,
was
you
like,
knew her? Who knows Twilight Rhonda?
She came by the store. She was a regular at the Comedy Store.
Why?
She was a comic.
Oh, she's a comic?
Yeah, she's a
Who's the
stand-up.
second person who they know who they just randomly like know an old like sex symbol. I remember someone said recently goes, "Oh, I saw Elvira recently. She is still pretty a gorgeous girl." What? The fuck do you bump into Elvira?
It's that white face paint. It's like the guy from The Cure. That can
No,
go
she
on for a
doesn't
long
dress
time.
like Elvira all the time. Do you think she lives her life as Elvira? What is she, Larry the Cable Guy?
I thought she did dress. I
assumed she
You
did.
think she shops as
Yeah,
Elvira?
that's
She's always got her tits mashed up like that?
She
so
should
out.
live life as Elvira.
Well, yeah.
No, her name's Cassandra Peterson. She has huge banana tits and a great bush.
What?
You don't have to clap or do anything. You don't have to do that.
Dennis Woodruff? Anybody?
Dennis Woodruff.
You know Dennis
With his car.
No.
He drives his car around L.A. and he dolls it up. To
He's
show,
been like 20 years he's been doing this.
I'll be in a movie. Like, here, call my number. You can put me in a movie. Or my dog. He keeps his dog with the windows rolled up in there. Throw him in a fucking movie. I think the dog got him White Man Can't Jump, and that's about as close as he got.
What?
Really?
Park benches. Does he take out ads on park benches too?
You think I
or?
can meet that dog?
He just
Yeah, they parked the car outside one of the Venice games, I think.
he just says I'm available to be in movies.
Yeah, that's his way
and
of
that's
getting
what he's
in.
famous for.
That's like a standard LA thing everybody knows.
Dude,
Just
making
him.
a reel is expensive.
That's like in New York, everyone knows Dan Smith will teach you guitar.
Yeah, everybody knows that.
Is that the cowboy guitarist?
No, he's
The
just some
naked guy?
The
dude.
naked cowboy.
He's just some very average, normal-looking dude wearing Dockers and a button-down shirt.
Like, he definitely looks like he kills people.
It's just the whole town is painted with the sign, Dan Smith will teach you guitar. That's everyone just knows that. That's why I said I'm not LA enough to know you're the actor guy.
Yeah.
I followed the naked cowboy at Caroline's one time.
Oh, I thought you meant like you followed him on like social media or something like that. I thought, I'll tell you what, the guy's got some pretty crazy ideas about politics.
Guy's great on Instagram. Hilarious.
You know, talk me out of not being into stem cell research. Naked Cowboy.
Guy retweets some really interesting reads. Make sure
he went on stage.
Yeah, he did stand up for a little.
How was that?
Awful. He did street jokes in underwear and a cowboy hat.
I can't believe it. The naked cowboy?
I know, I'm
That's an old
sorry.
street joke.
I heard he had good writers, though.
Why is stand-up always a thing? It's like, well, I've never done anything artistic. Let me try. It's always stand-up.
That's
I can clearly accomplish that at least.
Anybody could do that, right?
That is my description of the Laugh Factory in Los Angeles. Is like,
Oh, really?
You're always. I'm always following a soap star,
A weatherman.
or a fucking yeah, exactly, a weather guy. Yeah, it's always some
I feel
weird
like stand-up-
Tom Arnold.
Yeah. It's the stripping of the entertainment world.
Well, I also love that they always think they have to come up with a new way of presenting stand-up. How about if you're in like a boiling cauldron of soup and you do a show?
Who books
theme
that one?
shows?
Yeah, they're all theme shows.
I would love to do that show when I come to L.A.
The boiling pot show.
Yeah. Boiling soup comedy.
Well, people are standing around you with some kind. Yeah, I know the comedy. It's always difficult enough. But you know what's funny though? I will always say, if you aren't into like what we're talking about is like not theme comedy shows, but like set list, and stuff like that. Set list is a show where you go out and they just put like bizarre phrases or words up on the screen. It's not very helpful to the comic because they really don't give you like if it was like things like marriage or relationships. It's always like it's like boogalooga retard strength. And you're like what?
It's they're trying to throw you off.
Yeah, they're trying to mess you up, and you have to like kind of weave it into like making that funny. But what I do say is I've done shows like that, and I've done well with them. I've done not so well.
By the way, that's great that you readjusted your cowboy hat.
I've done okay, and sometimes
he goes,
not
sometimes
that good. But one thing,
sometimes
Big J.
the wind's
Oakerson
at
can
your back.
tell you.
Sometimes the comedic wind's in your face.
But don't you think if you agree to be on a show, any kind of show, it may have happened on your storytelling show before, like. When people start complaining, like in the middle, if it's not going good, they start going, "Oh, as if comedy's hard enough. Now you got to fucking bring us here." But it's like, you weren't shanghaied by the concept. Like you were booked for this for a month. You were told to be here.
I bombed at set list, and that's exactly what I said when I got
This sucks, man. It was so stupid.
I want to go home. I don't like this.
I remember somebody at Montreal Comedy Festival one time. There was a guy. I was in some comedy contest. I got knocked out like in the first round. My first time ever going there, and. But everyone it was like a tournament style thing, and you did 5 minutes, and if you got to the end, you would do like a cumulative
I remember this
15 minutes.
This thing, yeah.
You may have been a judge on it with
No,
Dom
I wasn't,
Herrera.
but I remember when it was happening.
It was kind of, and the guy who lost was like,
oh, maybe I was on that.
I think
yeah,
you were.
yeah.
Like, I mean, that's all well and good, but it's like he gave a real speech. He was like, but you can't judge comedy in 5-minute intervals, man. You got to judge people on their hour chunk as a whole piece. And he gave this like real emotional speech. And it's like, you fucking agreed to be in the 5-minute competition. Like, no one bullied you into this.
Yeah, you
like,
can't.
you agree.
And by the way, he wanted to say that speech when he won, and then he didn't, and he didn't pull out.
Yeah, thank
He's
you,
like, I'll
everyone.
still
But
say it.
I'm giving back my trophy
Yeah.
because who needs it?
Because this is all bullshit. It's all smoke and mirrors.
You're all a bunch of fucking slaves.
You agree to
Give a
do a
Jim
show?
Morrison speech.
He goes full Jim Morrison. Sheeple!
You agree to do a show where you have to dress up like in an oven mitt costume and then you start complaining. How can I can't do comedy in an oven mitt costume.
I've had big gripes with comedians in New York about. I don't care if there's a naked show. In fact, when there's girl comics who are on it that I want to see, I'll go watch it. But I don't like when they say no. It's a real like artistic fucking. I'm like no. It's people want to see.
You mean burlesque when they call it burlesque?
Not burlesque. No.
People do comedy straight up
naked
buck
comedy.
naked.
They're called naked comedy shows. They
It's
just-
revealing.
So like when
I like
people
what you did there.
perform naked,
yes, butt naked.
and they're saying it's not sexual.
Yes, they're like
That's
it's just like artistic in the show if you can get past
Oh,
that.
I mean,
but-
I have a body that Picasso would have loved.
Can I chisel you later?
Oh yeah, I have a cubit. If you're into cubism, you'll like what I've got. You'll like what I'm packing.
Get far enough away from it. It looks like a person.
I'm still confused that they would. They're naked, but then let's not make a big deal out of it.
It's like, let's not make a big deal about it. And yeah, you're supposed to be like, oh, like, well, they get mad and they get annoyed if, like, you know, if a hot girl comic comes out naked and someone in the audience would be like, yeah, they'd be like, oh, get that guy out of here. Come on, disrespectful.
Shows up here.
Yeah, it's like what you pointed to. I said every guy in that audience is coming
Right.
to see pussy and tits.
Well, yeah, when they
and
do
then laugh at the other guys'
When you do the
dicks.
goddamn comedy jam, if somebody fucking crushes it, everybody gets real into it. Like, you're good at the singing part. They're good at the naked part. Instead of having bodies that fucking R.
No, but
Crumb
they
would
make point-
enjoy.
They do make a point that it's not always hot. But the thing is, it's either hot body people that are like, yeah, I don't care, take a look, who gives a shit. But, by the way, if I had a huge fucking donkey dick, I said I would do the naked show.
I've seen his junk.
Is it solid? I've
Yeah.
never seen it before.
I
but
saw it and I said, cancel my portobello mushrooms. It was at the old M Bar.
And by the alternative show of the week. That
Yeah.
comedy death ray. Yeah, cancel my order of portobello mushrooms.
I'll have
I
when
remember
he's
that.
swinging. You know, it's hilarious. And you know, my dick, well advertised, not a real hog. And
Why are you advertising?
Ari, you know, what are you going to do? What if they see it and they found out I lied?
That's right,
I don't want to
yeah.
be a liar. I'd rather be a small dick guy than a liar. And
It's true. If
that's
those
the name
are
of
the
my next album.
choices.
Yeah, that's the name of my
I'll say-
autobiography.
I'll say this: you got a lot of honor in you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. Well, what's funny about it? Well, it's the cowboy hat. You've never said that with a cowboy hat on before. You got a lot of honor in you. Me and Christine were out in L.A. one time, and Ari's like, "You could use my place," and he cleaned it up. It was super because Ari is little known a hoarder, and he's fixing that though. He's working on it.
I fight it. I try to fight it.
Ari's apartment looks like he transforms into a superhero every night. And there's like a wind
The
gust.
one time I stayed, it was literally the furniture was made out of his merch that he hasn't gotten rid of yet. It was stacks of CDs and T-shirts, but he cleaned it up like a really good. And we went in the bathroom, me and my girlfriend, of course, and the only thing in the bathroom in a see-through little metal trash can was like a Magnum condom wrapper. And I'm like, oh, great. Well, at least, all right, Christine, at least you know Ari's got a big, huge swinging dick, and
then
you probably
and then-
picked the wrong friend.
And then you jumped in the shower and fogged up the window. There was a dick imprint on the mirror.
So we fucking just London broil slapped it against the fucking thing.
Like it looks like a snake.
Yeah.
Was
There's
that-
just
was
one
that-
clear mush.
Were you pranking? Was that like your Ashton Kutcher prank to put a Magnum?
No, he fucked one last time and then took the sheets off the bed. No, can I tell my favorite Ari hoarding story? I've never told him the Bonfire, I don't think.
What is it? I don't even know.
Jacob
About
says
your house.
Jacob
Yeah,
says
sure.
it's the #1 story. Kidding. So we gotta wrap up.
We gotta
So,
wrap
yeah.
up?
So this story.
Jacob,
don't
when are you
wrap
supposed to
up?
weederate, Jacob? Quit being a goddamn
But
pussy
we
about
are, but we're wrapped, but we can keep going. Is that what you're saying? Just say the words. You have a goddamn microphone,
You
Jacob.
can break when you want.
What?
We're going to do another segment.
We're gonna use.
Introduce another segment?
No, you're going to take a break.
You want to take a break? Can I tell Ari's?
Let's just keep
Tell
going
our
and put a
story.
break in right there. And we're back from the break, everybody.
Yeah.
I'll argue that's probably what we should just do right there.
All right, perfect. Welcome back to the Bonfire, Comedy Central Radio, Sirius XM 95.
Hey, everyone, you're back at the Bonfire.
in Austin, Texas.
We are live in Austin, Texas. I was at Ari Shaffir's house.
Oh, our guests are Andy Kindler and Ari Shaffir.
Oh, we were joined by Andy Kindler and Ari Shaffir.
You always have to say what time it is.
Yeah, weather.
It's 40 past.
It's hot and sunny out here in Austin, Texas.
Traffic on the nines.
We were staying over there, and I just started noticing, going through his cabinets for whatever, cups or whatever.
Do you do that at every friend's house you stay at?
No. I was looking for a glass or something.
Oh,
It was just kitchen. I went through his drawers for the other stuff.
Okay.
No, but it's funny because he cleaned the house in a hilarious, dude lives by himself, clean the house. I opened, the closet in his bedroom, every piece of dirty clothes ever fell out.
It was pushed into it.
It was, piled up, halfway in
Close the door. Yeah, I made it nice for you.
It was very nice. And I was going looking for a glass where I start noticing, I'm like, man, almost every cabinet has at least one or two full unopened things of Kraft Parmesan cheese. And then on top of the fridge is a bunch of empty old used Parmesan cheeses.
Oh God!
What kind of Parmesan cheese though?
Kraft, yeah. And 3 or 4 on top of the fridge, and then I open the fridge.
Parmesan cheese.
I open the fridge. What's in the fridge? A Brita filter and about 5 more fucking Parm cheeses.
Oh God!
And then Christine starts laughing because I had the door open and she's on the other side of the door of the refrigerator. She's just laughing. I go, what? And I close the door, and Ari on his thing. This was not a joke, by the way. He'll tell you it's not a joke. On the thing, it's a to-do list, and number 4 was buy Parmesan cheese.
What's going on, Ari? You only hoard Parmesan cheese?
Ari's like an alien that can only live off shitty cheese. Like Men in Black, where he's like, more Parmesan cheese.
I can't say anything.
You got any Parmesan cheese?
It was a cat. Meant the world to me.
And canned, the best kind of Parmesan cheese.
I was poor. I could only afford to eat spaghetti, and that was my one treat was the Parmesan cheese on top.
That was your treat?
Yeah.
That's how you treat yourself, Parm cheese?
I got the fucking awful ragu spaghetti sauce.
Sure.
I like my attitude. Well, you couldn't afford the fresh Parmesan?
Yeah.
Or you poor? Yes.
Yeah. I prefer a pecorino cheese, but I guess you're a jerk-off.
If I'm going to starve, I'm at least going to do it with some decent Parmesan cheese.
Yes.
Have some class. Shred it yourself, you hump. Grow up. Yeah, that's one of the funniest things. I stayed at your place a couple times out there.
What is he? Well, now, are you really a hoarder?
Yeah. No, I saw that show. I saw that, what's that show?
It's called Hoarders.
Hoarders, yeah.
Buy Parm cheese. That's why you write things down.
I finally saw a whole episode, and I watched it. I was like, oh yeah, no, that's me. I get it now. The unnatural attachment to goods.
What is it? You have a hard time getting rid of stuff?
Throwing stuff out, and then once you get a layer of stuff, maybe a movie ticket, put it down like I like that. I like a memory associated with it. And then like an envelope will go on top of that. I'll put it down, and so now there's a layer. Now you don't know what's on the bottom layer.
I get it.
And then another layer will form.
I get it.
Do you really get it?
Yeah. I had a hard time throwing out sneakers when I was a kid.
Yeah, even though they got holes in them, you can't wear them anymore. It's like,
but they're my friends.
Yeah.
I'll tell you when you start to feel it, though. When I first, any TV spot I would have, I would literally buy 50 TV guides, with my name on any local paper. So when it gets to you, it's like we're paying $375 a month to have a storage unit of
for these
crap.
papers you never looked through.
Yeah,
40
exactly.
of them. Yeah,
and I feel terrible every
But
month.
no, you can't have the attitude just throw them away because you do the same thing, right?
I know, I'm saying, but you should just throw them away. I didn't even know I had these, and so I went to them. I was like, oh yeah, my college newspaper that I wrote a blog on.
Right.
I have 40 copies of that.
Why?
I don't know why.
Dude, I have one copy of an article that was written about me in the New York Times, and to get it out of my fucking house, I gave it to my mom. I'm like, here. I had one copy. I don't even have another one. Because what am I going to do with it? It's going to get sticky and weird and sit around the fucking house.
Now I just can't accept things. People are like, hey, you want this? I'm like, I can't. It's like
well,
drugs.
You do a lot of scrapbooking, don't you?
Only for stickers and such.
All the flowers you got when you were younger are pressed into the plastic.
I saved all my grandma's birthday cards.
True story?
Swear to God.
Not
Got a
me.
whole shoebox full of them.
I throw your grandmother's
I
birthday cards out
display them
instantly.
for a week, and then I throw them right out in the garbage.
Can't throw them out.
You display them?
I feel like I'm throwing out a little piece of my Nana every time I do that.
I display them. How old is she?
88.
It's fine.
Dude.
How many pieces does she have left?
You live up one
Hopefully-
flight of stairs. She'll never
Hopefully
get there.
3.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but your Nana's a badass. You go that's the one you go stay with, right?
Yeah, it's just military push-ups.
She's your fucking dad's mom, right?
Yeah, she's no nonsense.
Yeah, she's the best. You go there, but here's the weird thing, and I always take issue with this. You stay at her house for a week, and you're afraid to smoke pot, which I get smoking pot.
I'm not afraid to smoke pot. I don't want to smoke pot.
I get that, but you don't jerk off at all.
No,
for the whole
sir.
week. That's
I
so
don't jerk
weird.
off in my meemaw's house.
I'm a gentleman. Oh, see, that's the difference in our hats. That's the hat of a guy that doesn't jerk off at his meemaw's house.
That's the hat
I'm
that
the guy
jerks
who
off in
jerks
front
off
of
while
him.
I'm yelling at my mom through a bathroom door. Mom, eggs!
And then I'm a kind
Fuck
of guy,
this bitch.
I'm the kind of guy that looks at a boner and goes, "That kind of behavior, I can wait for the trail." But don't think it's not the first thing I don't do when I leave my grandma's house.
Just on the airplane?
I'm surprised I haven't jerked off in a rental car yet.
Her lawn is like looking amazing.
Yeah. Dan, what fertilizer are we using?
You ever jerk off on an airplane? All the airplanes we go
For
on?
sure. I used to have a
never
map.
have.
And when they said we're now flying over Arkansas, I'd be like, oh, I haven't hit Arkansas. And I would run in the bathroom.
I haven't jerked off over Arkansas?
Yeah, and I would jerk off and mark it
completion?
off on a map. Yeah, for sure.
That's impressive.
The bathrooms are bigger back then.
Have you ever jerked off multiple times on one long flight?
On a plane to Australia, I did it in my seat.
Come on.
Yeah. It was one of the long ones. Nobody saw me, Andy. Nobody saw me. It was one of the long ones.
All I was thinking about was the logistics of it. That's all I
Okay,
was
well,
thinking.
great. So it's one of those where you get the whole,
Right,
bag.
right.
So first I went, so this is the window here. I went this way.
Sir, would you like a hot towel?
First I went.
Yes! Yes, I would!
You know what? Why don't you go about 3 rows, then come back. Because I'm going to definitely need a warm, wet towel.
I went to the other pods and went to their opening and looked at my pod.
Jerked
the
off
angle.
while they were sleeping?
No, to see if they could see where my butt was.
Oh, okay.
I don't think they could, but then the
What airline
stewardess.
was this?
It was an Airbus, right?
Qantas.
Okay.
Well, it's an Airbus.
Airbus?
Yeah, one of those huge buses. They're beautiful planes.
It was a big one. It was
Yeah,
for
yeah.
sure a big one.
And you were at first class?
Yeah, and then I couldn't see if the stewardess came, so I had to like go this way, outward. So if the curtain moved, I would just like, what? Nothing?
Probably come up.
Is there any activity less first class than beating off in your seat?
They
Also
give you
beating off in a half fetal position.
Yeah, the person after you paid all that money to sit in that seat also.
that is when you put it like that, that's definitely a negative on their side.
Where'd you lay the batch?
Okay, they give you before you get on, pajamas and these little footsies,
Say no
which
more.
I don't sleep in footsies, but I do, they work fine for that. They're brand new.
Sure.
Sir, these are footies or also cum catchers.
They don't have
He
tissues.
He winked at you. He goes, hey, here's your footies. And then winked at you.
Yeah. See you down under.
Hey, Qantas never had a crash because everyone's always chill.
Yeah. If you do go down, you're going to go down with empty balls. I could never jerk off in an airplane.
I definitely could jerk off in my seat. Yeah, I could, I guess.
Nope.
Have you?
I thought that was a question that was going to be like.
It'd be
probably
funny if
not.
that's like a rabid problem he has.
I have
I almost lost my wife over this, but we're working through it.
masturbated in a public area. Not a public area. A restroom. In a restroom.
Strawberry Fields. This place is great.
On Abbey Road. I did the Abbey Road walkover. And did the,
Oh, trust me, I'm imagining a lot of stuff.
Yeah, you went straight thoughts on that one, huh?
Yeah, that's how I always used to do it.
I wear white gloves, too, so it's a whole different thing.
You can't go off thoughts.
No.
Really?
At all.
There's going to be some pretty great thoughts, man. No, I don't think I can. I never jerked off on a plane. When I was on tour with the bands and we used to get to the venues in the morning, I would go
jerk off in an empty stage.
I'd go shit and jerk off at the like in the public bathrooms, but nobody was there. You know what I mean? There's no chance of
Wait, you couldn't do it
I had
to your
the whole
thoughts?
entire like men's room of
Yeah.
all the stalls to myself, so I picked the nicest one.
You can't do it
They
to your
just got
thoughts, but you can
cleaned.
do it to your shitting?
Huh?
You can't do it to your thoughts, but you can do it to your shitting?
I don't jerk off to my shitting.
You're like,
Mark.
oh, what a good
I'm like,
log.
oh, that was a clean break.
Oh, God.
Oh, man, I'm laying nice logs today.
Oh, I have such good fiber in my diet.
I bet this is going to be an only 2-paper wiper.
Oh, God, I need to go.
Now, you're not in the Mile High Club. Don't try and tell people you're a member of the Mile High.
Yeah, you guys are in the Mile High.
I've considered it, and I was like, yeah, I can't count this.
No, you can't.
I'm way too skittish for the Mile High Club. I'd be like, no, I don't know.
I weirdly at the end of the day, despite my shirt and hat, I'm worried about getting caught. Breaking the rules.
Yeah.
Caught.
Like, I don't mind breaking rules if I'm certain I won't get caught. You know, I'll smoke.
It's coming out is the problem.
It's just like, yeah, at some point I'm going to be like, this is just too obvious to everybody. Like, everyone's going to know, and then someone's going to complain. Some busybody's going to complain about me crushing ass in this fucking tiny toilet.
Who's the dork that told on me?
Where's the dweeber that ratted me out?
Well, I was getting some hot box in that tiny bathroom.
How many more years are they going to still make the announcements about smoking? I've still seen ashtrays.
I can't believe the new planes, even the new planes, will still have the smoking, the cigarette with the X. Like they all are. But actually, I think there are a few foreign
airlines that allow it.
You still can.
That's what it's for foreigners. I was with Dice once at a mall, and we both wanted to smoke cigarettes back when he was smoking.
You went to a mall with Dice?
Yeah, he used to go steal stuff from malls. He would call it the pro deal. He would just try to like bully people into like, no, I'll pay cash. Give me $7. Give me this whole plate set. Like it's $200. He goes, yeah, pro deal.
Can he steal from malls and go, it's a character. I'm doing a character.
But he lit up a
Andrew
cigarette.
Silverstein's not taking your plates.
He lit up a cigarette. I'm like, Dice, we can't smoke in here. And he goes, watch me. And he would smoke half a cigarette. The mall security would be like, sir, you can't do that. He'd be like, sorry. And he'd be like, I just smoked half a cigarette. You smoked nothing.
He's right.
Yeah.
He wins again.
Is he... he became the character? Is that what it is?
Have you heard The Day the Laughter Died? It's unbelievable. Have you heard it?
It's great.
It's amazing.
Yeah, I love that.
When I heard that, I had never... See, I worked when Dice was big in the clubs, and it was horrible to work in the clubs when he was big, unless you had an act like that. So it was hard not to... I never saw him live, so I didn't even know that was... I could tell he was a great actor when he would act and stuff, but when I heard this thing, I was like, God, this guy is hilarious.
The Day that dirty, I mean that...
The Day that Laughter Died. Yeah, he's doing so much, I don't know, not inside stuff, but commenting on it.
An hour back.
He says something horrible about, all the stuff about women. He goes, it's to a woman. He goes, you're a lady, don't you agree? That kind of thing.
Yeah, but his whole thing, there's like a 10-minute routine where he just keeps saying an hour. He goes,
hour back.
I'll give you an hour back.
Get it?
Get it? And he just keeps asking the crowd, like, when no one gets it, and he commits to it for like 10 minutes.
So good.
He would do this stuff where he would see how long he'd go without saying anything, and he'd be like, come watch me, we'll see. And then he would get up on stage, he'd wait a good 2 minutes before he even talked, and they'd go, so is that the, the thing with that guy? I grabbed the thing, and I was putting it, over there. On third side. And then, you know how the guy comes over and, like, what are you talking about? Nothing.
And Rick Rubin produced that,
Day the Laughter Died?
The Day the Laughter Died, yeah.
Did he really?
Yeah.
That was like Nirvana's Unplugged, where you're like, oh, you've got rhythms. Like, I get what, like.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So this.
On Thanksgiving, 2 Thanksgivings ago, Ari was at my house, and we were all smoking weed in my bedroom in a big circle of people, but everyone was kind of broken off in their own conversations. I wasn't in a conversation. I was in a circle, and what I saw was Ari gets a phone call. No one else is paying attention, which I didn't realize that at all. And he goes, hey, Dice. And I'm saying out loud, I go, oh, shit, like, that's Dice? Like, Dice just called you on Thanksgiving? He was like, yeah. So while he's on the phone with Dice, I just think it's hilarious to keep doing Dice impressions. And I'm going, I go, Ari, how's your turducken, you fucking cunt? Happy Thanksgiving, you fuck you. And I'm like nudging people like, hey, Ari's sucking some fucking turkey dick. And no one's laughing with me. And then hours later, I just said again, I go, man, I can't believe Dice just called you. And everyone's like, Dice called you? I go, yeah, what'd you assholes think I was interrupting all your conversations to do Dice? I was like, oh, Jay's doing his Dice. Great.
No one heard him say.
No one heard that it was actually, like, it made sense to the situation.
That's just like when you're singing for no reason. You're like, we got it. You have a good voice.
Oh, right. Always Coca-Cola.
Okay.
Oh, great. Now Christine's going to flick her bean in the bathroom. We got her all hot and bothered. All that big dick Ari beating his meat, long stroking in his fucking pod.
Remember that reality show that he had, Dice? There was one scene in that reality show where I don't know if it's all contrived, but his manager's on the phone with Debbie Gibson. He gets off, and Dice goes, "Well, you're talking to Debbie Gibson like it's a person."
I watched his blue comedy special thing he had on Showtime where he hosts it and brings people out. Like, I was so bummed. I was like, I'm like a dirty actor. I'd love to be on something like that. But like, he picked people. It was such a weird, like mean comedy, dirty. It wasn't even dirty. You know what I mean? It's like, you know what's great about a fat pig chick is stuffing your cock in her fucking mouth. Like, whoa. I don't know about editing, but the crowd's like, yeah.
It's their version of Dice without any of the nuance. Or like,
you know what's great about shitting in a whore's mouth? Then she swallows it, you fucking pig fuck cunt.
This is unfiltered. This is unfiltered.
Yeah, wow. Comedy's taking a leap, huh?
So dangerous.
Oh, Christine's already out.
She goes fast.
She goes fast. Thumb knuckles it. Wait a second. Where the fuck was this guy who knows all about the fucking mechanical bullshit? Motherfuck. Motherfuck.
Showed her his
Andy stopped wearing
range.
his hat. Andy bailed in the hat. Mark face.
Why'd you bail on the hat?
I got it around my neck.
You what?
I got it in the blowjob position.
Oh, he's got the rope on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, he's dressed like White Paul Mooney.
You guys didn't get ropes, huh? White Paul Mooney?
That was the funniest thing when someone said someone told me someone told me Paul Mooney was gay. I don't even know if that's true to this day, but then if you start looking at pictures, it does feel weird. Like there's definitely like a lot of like ties.
What, like you cracked a cold case?
A lot
You're
of
going
hats.
back.
I've never been confirmed to me, but they were like, Paul
No,
Mooney's
there's
gay.
no question.
Yeah, and they go, look at his headshots, and it's always like he's got a hat like tied under his chin and stuff. He's like adorably gay.
Bandana around here.
With one of those knots on the side where they're both flaring out.
I read some article about him where he's like in bad shape, I guess.
Hitler?
Why is he in bad shape?
Like health-wise?
Paul Mooney, yeah, he's in bad shape. He was like canceling stuff.
Wait, did you just... We were talking about Paul Mooney and you thought we were talking about Hitler?
Yeah, he said, yeah. He's one of the article about him. I thought
Paul
more
Mooney,
like
Paul
Hitler.
Mooney. One of the most unpleasant guys
I
I've
missed
ever
what you
met.
said. What did you say?
Nothing. I misunderstood what he said.
He thought we were talking about Adolf Hitler.
Oh, he's
In
funny.
defense, Ari always thinks people are talking about Adolf Hitler. He's
like,
one
hey,
of
you guys
those
gonna-
Jews.
I'm like, hey, are you going to go?
He was really interesting.
His act was clean. People don't know that. His act was clean.
Are you guys going to go meet him for dinner later? Who, Hitler? No, what?
He did not like blue.
That's right.
No, Paul Mooney.
He's in bad shape? That sucks.
But I heard he was always very nasty guy. Very nasty guy to me.
He was. Yeah, I heard that. He was nice to me a couple of times, but I know I've heard that.
You got to lead with a compliment to him.
Be like, I love the way your hat ties under your chin.
I called him, nice to meet you, Mr. Mooney. He goes, Mr. Paul Mooney. Like, he corrected my
Is that
already
true?
Mr.
I love
Swear
that.
to God.
I wish I could do that one day.
Yeah.
We tried to get a
Can
thing
you
once.
do that tonight at the party?
Yeah, Mr. Andy Kindler?
Yeah, Mr. Andy
Excuse me,
Kindler.
let me stop you. Mr. Andy Kindler, please.
Mr. Andy Kindler. What was that joke we were making the other day about Webster, the show Webster? We were saying, like, remember he called George and Ma'am were Webster's parents?
Yeah,
And we're
she's-
saying that mom never wanted a black kid to begin with, so she was like, hey, George and Lynn, and she's like, you'll call me Ma'am.
George
Okay.
is all right with the first name, but you
Yeah.
call me ma'am.
Why does Ma'am hate me? She just doesn't understand your people, Webster. You mean tiny people? No. No. That just double decks the problem, if you know what I mean.
Oh, how small your thoughts
Dude, he
are.
came to the Comedy Store once, and twice he came to the front.
Who, Hitler?
No.
Webster?
Webster.
George
Webster
and Ma'am?
came, and he goes, I'd like to buy a ticket. I looked out at that cover booth, that front cover booth, and I couldn't see him. He was below the line. And I was like, what? All right. And then went back to whatever I was doing. And he goes, excuse me, I'd like to buy a ticket. And I looked, and I saw no one again. And I was like, stop it, whoever it is.
And then he picked himself up with his elbows and he held on the counter and he goes, hey, fuckface.
Yeah, he took a few steps back, and then I saw him at the angle. and I
Hi,
felt-
it's me, Emmanuel Lewis, a.k.a. Webster.
Did you have to point to a sign with a dog wearing a cowboy hat with his hand out like that? Like you have to be this tall to go into the Comedy Store?
Oh, man, but I grew my hair.
He died, right?
I think so.
He's not alive, right?
MC
No, I
Hammer
don't think
killed
so.
him. Let's start that rumor.
Oh, that's a good bonfire conspiracy.
Yeah, the world is flat and MC Hammer killed Emmanuel Lewis.
Jacob just gave me the sign that we need to get out of here.
Did you hear the rumor about Bijou Phillips?
What?
The
She
what?
has swamp pussy.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Who
You know,
says that?
do you know Six from Blossom?
Yeah.
Jenna Von Oy?
Jenna Von Oy?
Fantastic
She was the
ass.
original boner in
I'm lost. What are these? Are these things? Terms
Remember the
I
show
should
Blossom?
know?
Remember Mayim Bialik?
Yeah, no, but I don't know what I didn't know the expression means. It's swamp.
It's just swamp
pussy?
I just said
swamp pussy.
Yeah.
You can probably piece it together if you give it a second.
I think it kind of explains itself.
How would people know this, though?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That sounds like maybe a guy she didn't fuck started a rumor.
No, it's me. I'm starting it. I'm trying to get it going.
Oh, BJ Phillips has swamp pussy? Oh,
Yeah.
I hope so. Yeah.
How about rainforest pussy?
Oh, that's fun.
That's not bad.
Or plains rain.
I'm thinking of you, ladies. That's why.
She has glade snatch.
That's a great one. That sounds like that sounds like a smell of glade.
Yeah. She takes her panties off and just those dragonfly mosquitoes just zipping all over the ones.
Goes like this.
The ones that hang like hummingbirds in midair.
Ari Shaffir is going to be at the...
I just want to say I'm not comfortable using the word pussy. I'm saying like it's hard for me to say the word.
Yeah, it's tough. Yeah, you're not a...
Man, I'm going places I've never been today.
Ari Shaffir is going to be at Comedy Club on State, Madison, Wisconsin, Friday, April 29th, and Saturday, April 30th. Go to arishafir.com for tickets. And you can see Andy Kindler at the Comedy Attic, Bloomington, Indiana, Thursday, April 28th through Saturday, April 30th. Go to comedyattic.com for tickets. And Big J. Oakerson going to be at Stand Up Live in Phoenix, Arizona this week, April 28th through Saturday, April 30th. Tickets at bigjcomedy.com.
Can I read my
And
dance?
Andy Kindler's doing my storyteller show next year.
Yeah, he'll be on season
very, very cool.
season 3 of the show, season 5.
Boy, that show is fantastic. I love doing it. Dan Soder is going to be at American Comedy Club, San Diego, California.
I like
Such
that
beautiful
club.
girls out there, Dan.
Girls!
Next week, Thursday, April 28th through Saturday, April 30th. Get your tickets at dansoder.com. Also, Used People, still available on comedycentral.com and YouTube.
And check out CISO.com for What's Your Fucking Deal. Campers, thank you very much for coming out to the first live. We're going to be back here if you're in Austin.
Not here.
Not here. Google Fiber.
Google Fiber.
Tomorrow at 4 for another episode with more guests. If you're listening to this, follow us at the Bonfire SXM on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat.
Thank you.
Thank you to Andy Kindler. Thank you to Joe DeRosa and Ari Shaffir.
We love you guys.
And thank you guys. We'll see you later.
I'll count the
See
people
you
leaving as a
later.
standing ovation.
God.